getting the black lung, Bob. It's not very well ventilated down there.
Good evening, and if you're just tuning in live, thanks for hanging on tight. I hope you caught the black lung. Welcome to the Hollow Moon, beneath the Hollow Moon. Sorry, I haven't got my glasses on, guys. We're in the dark, where folklore burns slow and the strange never fades. I'm your host, Lorilei Potvin, and you are listening to us live on UFO Paranormal, United Public. I can't speak tonight. United Public Radio, and I'm going to say UFO Paranormal Radio Network, two of them, the same. I see you there, Michelle. Hi. And you can listen to us on 105.3 and 107.7 FM in New Orleans. And I'm here with my co-host, Kerrilynn Shellhorn. And tonight we are following the trail of mysterious mind creatures. We are. Hi, Kerrilynn. Sorry about that.
Okay.
I can't see because it's dark. I didn't want to put my glasses on. I should have. Yeah. So how are you? You're looking a little dirty, just like I am.
Headlamp is on. I am ready to talk about mind creatures.
Yes, definitely. It's been a day, guys. We figured it all out. Mm-hmm. You know what it's like when it's live, trying to get things to work. So we got to give a huge shout out to our station manager, Michelle DeRoche. She's been working overtime to get us to come to you guys, working live tonight. And she's also on after us tonight too. Second night at the Outer Realm. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Hi, James. Contessa, Victoria from Astrolight Paranormal, Michelle Wilfong. Hello, everybody.
Hi, everybody. Welcome. I thought that it didn't play your clip at the end because I don't know why it does that with some videos. It made it short. I hope you guys caught the intro. If you didn't, it's so awesome. If you haven't, I'd love to play it again for you because it's so awesome. Kerrilynn did it. So you guys got to let us know if you caught it, because Kerrilynn thought of the perfect clip to add at the end.
Yeah. Wait, we can do it again when we do our station ID.
Oh, perfect. Let's do it then. Then everybody will catch it then. Yes.
Yeah, we'll do it again.
Mm-hmm. So I went to move that. I forgot that's my light source. So we're going to be talking about creepy creatures found in mines.
In mine shafts. So the folklore, reported stories, old stories, news stories. It's I was very excited. I knew that I wanted to do this segment for a specific reason. We're gonna get to that in a bit.
So let's talk about the energy too. We were talking today, and everybody we've talked to, it's kind of crazy, the energy out there. Let us know how your week's been going, you guys, in the chat.
I feel like we say that all the time. I feel like every week is kind of crazy. It's just like a fresh new crazy this week. Not the same as last week crazy. This week feels a little different.
It does.
This week feels like all the narcissists are out to play.
Yes, they are out to play, and you feel into it, like the way it shows up. I feel it. It's just like it's like not even a cyclone. It's just like it's chaos. It's just all over the place. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, everyone I talked to today, I said, and actually, I had called my friend really early this morning. I said, I feel like I'm being gaslit, left, right, and center, all over the place. And then my sweetest, dearest friend called me from her car at work, saying the same thing because she was having an issue at work. So it's certainly a thing.
It is, and a lot of people I talk to too. Just having a lot of issues, a lot of people, things, a lot of presumptuous people too. Like you said, I think it was perfect the way you said it. The narcissists have come out to play.
Yeah. And not that we need to engage in it, even with all of the gaslighting stuff, but it's certainly the tools we're being pushed to put our tools in place, right? So if you are a recovering people pleaser, it has been a little more challenging, right? Putting your tools and maintaining healthy boundaries and protections, energetic and emotional, all of those sorts of things have definitely had to be thoughtfully used and put into place.
And sometimes, well, we had a full moon too, so I think
I keep forgetting about that.
I was having
So
that.
aren't we 3 days out from it?
We are. Because I think it was that. Well, what's today? 3 days is today, I think, because the official day was the 12th. The 12th. So we're just on the tail end. And we don't always talk this kind of stuff, but it's kind of nice to acknowledge it because everybody needs a reminder. I know I need it. I'm sure it's nice to hear it. Like, we're good at always sharing what might help people to feel just more grounded and
Mish is just saying, I'll re-listen to find out why you're wearing those things on your head.
That's going to be every week, you guys. We've decided that the themes that we pick, we're going to surprise you guys with a little outfit. And because it's beneath the hollow moon, we don't normally do shows in the dark. But we'd come up with the concept. And it was Kerrilynn, you the one that came up with it, about like sitting around a campfire and telling spooky stories. So we're trying to kind of bring that vibe with you guys here.
So tonight, Mish, we're going to be talking about like mysterious mind creatures and folklore and mining and it's not just miners, but like we have people that treasure hunters and people that explore caves and mines, and all of these people are having different stories and experiences. So we rub some dirt on our face and we put the headlamps on, and we're getting into mode. And I always think too, when you do that stuff, when you put that extra intention behind it, who knows what will happen?
No, I think
we'll get some like mysterious knocks. Like we've had EVPs before during sessions. We've had extra stuff come through. So maybe somebody in spirit will feel inspired to show up during our talk and give us an EVP or a mysterious knock while we're talking.
Absolutely. So shall we jump in then? And we're going to talk about our Did You Know facts?
And honestly, I like having fun. I just want to have fun. So if dressing up, like, it just adds to the fun.
Oh, Kurt just said thank you for that. And so did Mish. Mish said, sounds good. Can't wait to hear the rest of the show. Thanks, Mish. She's in the future. It's Friday over there already in Australia. And Kurt added, awesome thought. That's a really great idea. And it's different. Yeah, that's what we wanted to do. Be different. Because we forgot to mention our other shows, and we should mention that. Kerrilynn has her show tomorrow night coming up, Spirit Switchboard, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Who you having on, Kerrilynn?
So tomorrow I have Salma. She's known as the Light Mother. So she channels light language and star language and helps you through energy work, tapping into your light language, your child light DNA. So, yeah, we're going to be talking about all of that.
Before I mention my show, I have been a friend of mine who I brought up many times on the show, Augie Nost, and his co-host Nori Love have the mastermind, and you can go there and they teach you the power of thought, energy, your words, many, many different things, how to access different gifts. And it's free on Sundays. I think all you have to do is send it to the mastermindconnection@gmail.com and they'll add you to the link. But the reason I bring it up, I remember, now I haven't been in a long time, but I remember they do it for 2 hours. In the first hour, it might be, say there was a storm coming somewhere, so, around the world. So they would get the whole group from around the world that joins to focus on trying to turn the storm, or could be manifestation.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's really interesting. I met some great people in there. That's a lot of the guests I had on my first year being here on the network I had from the Mastermind Connection. And then what happened though, the second hour they would try to connect with ET, and respectfully whoever didn't want to connect didn't have to. But Nori, I know her, like I know she wouldn't have done this. We went into a meditation and she started speaking this language I have never ever heard. Like we were thinking it might have been light language. Like she was so shocked when it was done. And I remember talking to her about it afterwards privately, going, like, what was going on there? She goes, I don't know. I've never had that happen. So it's quite intriguing. So I think your guest's going to be really interesting.
Yeah, I think so too. So Beverly Rhodes connected us together. So
And Azria's coming on. You were worried about it, but I didn't have any openings. So you're going to have Azria back come on first before me. And I'm so happy you are.
And like you've mentioned before, there's so many things to talk about. Like we do this show and we only scratch the surface of the things that we're wanting to talk about. So having Azria or Beverly, all of the ladies that have booked from Beverly, on both shows, it's not going to matter because there's so much to talk about. We won't be repeating, you know. So, and it's great that people who are interested are going to have access to both shows and be able to watch them and gain information from both shows.
And I'm got the Angel Rock Monday night, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I forgot to check her out. I know she's only coming on for a half hour. She had told me this lady's had cancer and she's written about her experience with it. And she's had a really spiritual experience with it as well. So I don't know how long. Usually when people say they can only stay for a little bit of time, they're able to come a little bit longer. But if not, I'll be hanging out with you for the rest of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
hi, Tammy.
Hi. You got Catherine Johnston. Oh, from Ireland. Hello and welcome. Thank you for staying up late to join us. I think we missed somebody else. Did we miss anybody else? Oh, Julie Jean Bassett. Hello, Julie Jean Bassett. How are you? We're going to give her a huge shout out. Go ahead.
Yes. So Julie Jean Bassett. So Julie Jean, I'm going to ask Lorilei to help me connect because I have somebody in need of your services. So Julie Jean Bassett is an animal communicator and I have someone in need of some support. So I told her I was going to reach out to you.
And she's an incredible shamanic practitioner. I always give her a massive shout out because I'm telling you, I have taken her animal communication course. I have had her work with my animals. Believe me, you got problems with any of your animals, she will help you. Hi, Jackie Collins.
Yes.
Earthside or Across the Rainbow Bridge. Also, life-changing session with her shamanic practitioner gift. So you guys, please check her out. Julie, I know you got a new website. So if you don't mind, please put it in the chat because I didn't memorize that one yet. Sorry.
My friend has a spicy cat. Spicy.
Spicy.
So she needs some help with her spicy cat.
I've been hearing things like that from people before we jump into this. I don't know what it is with my kitties, but my kitties, except the other morning, the bratty one who you guys usually say that I say is a brat. Well, I was going through my emails the other morning and I'm minding my own business. She has food, she has water, but I wasn't moving quick enough for her because I call it her kitty crack. It's Temptation Cat Treats, not sponsored, but I don't know what they put in it. And I'm sitting there and I have my finger up and she walked right up with her pointy incisor and chomped for the first time. My cats have never bit, never scratched, never done anything.
Weird, eh? I'm telling you.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want me to read?
I'll read, or do you want to read?
Yeah.
It's up to you.
No,
You want me to read?
Yeah.
I'm going to put my glasses on. I'm in the dark here, guys, so have patience here. I have them. If not, we're just going to make it bigger. Oh, there they are on the floor. How'd they end up there? That's what happens when you do your show in the dark. All right.
That's what I said. So we're rubbing dirt, right, folks? So at some point, we need to all be mindful because I was like growing little seedlings, right? So I had little seedlings growing. So I grabbed the dirt to rub the dirt on my face for our show. And then I grabbed my drink because, you know,
don't grab the wrong one.
I know in my head, I have been a manifesting queen. I have been a manifesting queen this week. So at the beginning of the week, I was worried I was going to lose my wallet. Worried I was going to lose my wallet. The very next day, didn't I lose my wallet?
Oh, I know you told me. I went.
So like right now, I was thinking I was going to grab the cup of dirt and drink from it. And I'm like, clear, cancel, delete.
Okay, so that's commitment because before we talked, I said you actually put dirt on your face because you said I put eyeshadow and you said you didn't have dark eyeshadow.
I know it's dirt. It'll keep me grounded.
Yeah, keep you grounded.
Hello, Michelle DeRoche. We just said a shout out to you and thank you so much for making sure that things run smoothly. We appreciate the overtime that you have done to help all the hosts with StreamYard.
So shall we start our Did You Know facts?
Yes, our Did You Know.
So Did you know that miners left offerings for Tommy knockers? And we're getting into what a Tommy knocker is during the show to keep them happy. Cornish miners and later those in the American West would leave bits of food like crusts of their pasties or pasties, depending how you say it, and in brackets it's meat pies, cigarettes, and alcohol in mine tunnels as a thank you for Tommy Knocker's warnings. These 2-foot-tall gnome-like spirits with their pale faces and tiny miner outfits were seen as so real that miners treated them like co-workers, hoping to avoid their mischievous side if ignored. Tommy Knockers might have inspired as well, for another did you know fact, a famous horror story. Some believe Stephen King's 1987 novel, The Tommy Knockers, drew from this folklore, though King's version turned them into alien entities. I can also tell you what I found out in my research. There's actually a band out there called The Tommy Knockers. Did not know that. Sorry, got to get where I was. The real Tommy knockers with their blue lights guiding miners to safety or red lights warning of cave-ins were far less sinister, but just as mysterious. Miners swore they saw those lights in the dark. Also, if they hear knocking, it was from supposedly, depending on where you were mining, the Tommy knockers warning of a cave-in. There's a paranormal angle too. Miners often heard knocking sounds. I didn't even know that was in there. I just happened to say it before I read it. Sorry about that, guys. So miners often heard knocking sounds right before a disaster, and many claim to see these little figures vanish into thin air. Could these be spirits of deceased miners, as some believe, still looking out for their own in the depths? And the last, I believe it's the last, did you know fact? The Kentucky Goblins sparked a real-life shootout on August 21st, 1955 in Kelly, Kentucky in the U.S. The Sutton family claimed they fought off these 3-foot-tall, silver-skinned creatures with glowing yellow eyes and bat-like ears for hours, firing guns at them. The goblins, described as floating or hopping, seemed bulletproof. Bullets made a sound like hitting a metal bucket, leaving the family terrified, and the event etched in history. Hi, Bob Barry. So I didn't know most of those facts, so I thought they were kind of interesting.
It is interesting, and we are going to tap into a lot of that. Can we play the Hellier clip?
Yeah, I'm just going to say hi. We got Angel Intuitive 444 on Instagram. Oh. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
I think I had it.
Bob Barry, hello. Thank you for being here.
Okay, so I did have it loaded up. I was too prepared. I had because we didn't know what was going on. We were just winging it tonight. Yeah. So hang on. And I do this a little differently because it takes up less bandwidth than having a million tabs open.
Okay. Hello, Wayne.
Let's see. Is it on the screen? Hi, Wayne. I never can understand StreamYard. You'll hit present. Sometimes it'll pull it right up, or otherwise then it's added to the stage. No, do you hear Tommy Knocker, my dog? She's over here all of a sudden. Okay, hang on, guys, and I'll play it. It's about 2 minutes long. Okay, where's our button?
So I'm going to try my hardest to keep the narrative accurate because there's so much weird stuff that's involved in this. It was 2012. I was living in Canada. I went to check the email address, and there was an email in it from this guy who called himself David Christie. The email was about how these little creatures on this man's property in rural Kentucky were coming out of mine shafts and terrorizing his family.
So my initial response to all of it was suspicious. For me, the first time that I actually stopped and went like, okay, this is legitimately strange, was when we got the pictures.
I was like, I'm in. We're going. This is crazy. And never heard from him again. This place was totally dead. Tiny town. There's no cell phone service there. Middle of nowhere. Clearly it was like an old mining town. They had really one store. And it was the gas station, the grocery store, and the pizza restaurant. I'm gonna go ask about the goblins. It was not even half an hour. There were like a dozen, 2 dozen people that had showed up. Everybody had some kind of story.
For me, I've often thought that it was kind of egging us on to like you need to go back. You have to go back and start asking questions.
We're going out to Kentucky, and we're gonna do our best to try to figure out what was going on.
My initial mindset was that somebody was leading us, and we were going to go out there and get to the bottom of it. I expected it to get pretty weird, but not quite as weird as it was.
Something happened in Hellier. Something happened around Hellier. All I know is it's bigger than goblins. It's bigger than us.
So this is where the rabbit hole started for me. With Kentucky Goblins was with Hellier. So that is Greg and Dana Newkirk. Have you watched it or heard of it at all?
I didn't think I had. At first, when you mentioned it, I went, Paul Hellier, like Aliens, Canadian. No, but as you started to talk about it, I think I started to watch it because I think Shane Pittman, was he part of that series as well?
Carl Pfeiffer and Connor Randall.
Nope, then I had the wrong series, and I guess maybe I haven't watched it, but I heard Kentucky Goblins from you because I had talked about Tommy Knockers in a show last year. I never heard this before, so please tell everybody about it, please.
So, hi, Kat.
Hi.
Paranormal Heart Podcast, Tuesdays with UPRN, our wonderful host, Kat Ward. She has fabulous mugs. Buy the merch, folks.
Cool.
Okay, so Dana Newkirk is actually from Kitchener, Ontario, and they have such a cute love story, actually.
Oh, really?
So, yeah, I am definitely Greg and Dana fans for sure. And so they have the Traveling Occult Paranormal Museum, Week of Weird, all of that kind of stuff. So he got this email from this fellow saying that he was a doctor in Hellier and they were having these experiences. And the emails were coming random. When they get down there, then it just takes them down all of these rabbit holes. You would get a piece of information, then you're down another rabbit hole. And that's what I find about the paranormal and all of these stories. I don't want to give it all away because there's 2 seasons. Apparently there's going to be a third that's taking a while, but those 2 seasons were like 7 years of investigating, 7 years of experiences for them to put the
So this was investigating a mine in the area?
So it starts off as a mine. There's all of these abandoned mines in the area of Hellier. So many reports of screaming at night, childlike creatures, all kinds of glowing eyes. And that's where the rabbit hole goes, is it's ufology, cryptozoology. It is all the paranormal, Hollow Earth, all of it comes up. The Mammoth Cave, the cave systems that run like through so much of the United States that are all interconnected. And so they would just get a little piece and then more would come up. So, yeah.
They had those.
And it's a coal town. So there is this connection to Coal Hollow goblins as well too. So, was it a goblin? Was it when they got down there, that person, they couldn't be found. There's just such a twist to it. Has anybody in the chat that is watching? Hello, Miss Rhonda.
Rhonda.
Has anybody heard or watched it? So
thanks, Kat. She says she loves the creepy vibe.
The Hellier goblins resemble the same 1955 Hobsonville goblins where the shootout was taking place. So they appear to float near caves, light impressions. So I don't know. It just runs the whole gambit. So tracks? Is it a cryptid? Is it hollow earth? Is it dimensional? When you watch Hellier, they also did like a ritual.
Okay.
Before they went, and that really stimulated stuff. They did the Estes method. So for those not familiar, so using a spirit box, headphone, sensory deprivation, eye masks, that too also initiated a lot of contact, but it was initiating on all kinds of different levels, paranormal, visions, premonitions of what would happen. They were seeing in their mind's eye premonitions of things that happen later. So, you know, when we talk about the cryptids and minds and the goblins, is it all interconnected?
It almost would seem like it, because we've got a couple of videos. Like, I did find the one I was telling you about when we were talking that went viral. It was back in I want to say 2016. I could be wrong, but a gentleman was exploring an old mine, and he got the creepiest EVPs coming through. But the reason why I say that is it seems like people don't get far enough back into these old mines. Like, how do we know that they don't? They've got a portal to connect to Middle Earth or other realms, or
Exactly. And honestly, I encourage all of you to watch Hellier. And then let's chat again, because I was such a fan. I still am such a fan. And I was telling everybody about it, because it covers all of that. And it would send them to another cave system and another cave system. And each cave system, was it a portal? Is it connected to aliens? Is it connected to interdimensional? Does the collective consciousness play a part in it? Are we all manifesting it? When we're talking about it. So, because they do
sorry, go ahead.
They do have this gray alien-ish vibe to them as well too, some of them. So
what I was going to add, that I know you had mentioned, that I don't think it would ruin for anybody, but you had said there was one gentleman in particular that they sort of used as a resource, if I remember correctly, and he sort of seemed kind of gruff, but he was very realistic about the fact that the more you try and investigate this, you might as well be like a dog chasing your tail.
Yeah.
Just
John E.L. Tenney. So if anybody knows John, you just let him know how much I crush on him.
I wasn't going to say that part, but
well, I'm okay about saying it out loud.
Yeah, okay.
I'm sitting here with dirt on my face. I'm okay about saying whatever.
You're committed.
Yeah. So they do, and I just appreciated how they work together. Repeated experiments, right? So there is data searching. It's not just for the thrill of that. It's research and data collection as well too. I know, me and my crushes.
That's okay. Well, I seen the footprints in that clip. Like, that doesn't even look like the footprints or the whatever they are, something in the earth. That, and you guys can look that, for people listening, you can look up that clip on YouTube. It's a trailer for Hellier, and Kerrilynn found it. But what made those footprints? Like, I don't know any animal that did.
Mm-hmm. And when you watch the documentary, there's more pictures that they end up getting, and it's super, yes, another crush. It's super wild. And it's true though. I think with all of this, you get a snippet which takes you down another rabbit hole. And to me, it's all interconnected. I think that if we're talking about the goblins and goblin lore, we found stories that happen globally and internationally, and they all have the same themes. Yep. They all are described in the same way. Mm-hmm. There's also the cave systems as well too, but definitely these miners. And then if we look at the left brain side of it, is it isolation? Is it fumes? Is there other things that contribute to?
I just think there's too many stories, but On the other hand, from the research that we've done, it's everywhere I looked anyways, and I'm sure you're going to say the same. It was constantly related that minors are very suspicious to begin with. Well, they're doing such a dangerous job.
Yeah.
And you'd have the old timers helping, training the younger ones, and they'd hear the stories. Is it a collective belief? The more you talk about it, the more you believe in it, the suspicion coupled with it. Yes, could you actually be manifesting this? Or is there something really there?
I think that there's something there.
I think so too.
I believe it. And I don't believe all of it is manifested. I think I feel. So I'm going to use I feel instead of I think. I feel that it's layered. I feel there's potentially something that was there and then also manifested things that are there. I think it's all of it.
Well, I can tell you from the paranormal experience we had in our home, I never wanted to deal with anything dark. Those are my famous last words. And I know I was not interested in the paranormal. I've always had the weird around me, very intuitive, many things like that. So I can honestly say from my own personal experience, and the person I live with, my partner, he's one of the biggest skeptics on the planet. I even say to him that this day, if the paranormal doesn't happen unless it happens to you, because he's always trying to debunk it, but when it happens to him, right?
Yes.
So do you want me to list some of the types of things that we found?
So the different types and names of goblins?
Yeah, and whatever they are down in the mines. Just this is, what's interesting before I do start? Haven't you noticed this within the paranormal, regardless of what the phenomena is, there's similar stories globally, like whether it's angels, whether it's Sasquatch, whether you name it. People have phenomenal experiences, even though they might call it something different, with very similar type entities. Yeah.
And that, to me, it just adds to, a couple of different things. Is actually happening in all over, right? So it's a real thing that's happening all over. And then is it part like where there's a small sliver of truth and then the folklore becomes the urban legend? And do they tell us those things as kids to make sure that we are behaving and doing what we're told, so we don't stay out really late, that we're not in the dark, that we don't go into the forest where we're going to get hurt? Are these stories that get embellished, but to instill the fear so that we behave and not get ourselves into trouble?
I agree. We're going to say hi to Kerrilynn Lorilei. She is on the show before us. And my mind just went blank. Can I know the name?
Imperial Encounters.
Thank you. Unveiled.
Unveiled. Interior Encounters.
Unveiled. Thank you. My mind just went completely blank. Give me a moment.
Gold star sticker for me.
So I found some of the names and a little bit of the folklore you guys are going to read it here. So, and please forgive me with my pronunciation because I'm sure I'm going to mess it up. There's the Cobley now, I think they're called, Welsh mine spirits similar to Tommy knockers, known for knocking on mine walls to warn of danger or lead miners to rich ore veins. They're described as a small gnome-like being dressed in miners' clothing. And I have a big thing about gnomes. I love gnomes. Sorry, do you want to do that before I go further?
Oh, Paranormal Heart. So Kat is just sharing, but maybe they say that because they know what's out there, and it may not just be something to tell us.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I agree.
Absolutely. Then there's the Mookie, a creature from Bolivian and Peruvian mining folklore, depicted as a small bearded figure with supernatural powers, sometimes helpful, but also mischievous. Could they be part of the Fae too, right?
Do you think maybe part of the Fae, or like
Well,
hollow earth?
That's a better word for it. But you know what made me think of it, like with will-o-wisps that I'm going to mention. Even with a Mookie so much, I don't know. But hollow earth might be a better word for it, I think. Hi, Jody. I haven't seen you in forever. We got Jody Madela here. She says, hi, everyone. So we got the Mookies, then we got kobolds, Germanic mind spirits, often malevolent, known for stealing tools and food and causing cave-ins. They're less benevolent than their Cornish counterparts. And again, I may get the names of these incorrect, and I apologize. It's the Bucca or the Bucca, Bucca, another Cornish type mind spirit, sometimes interchangeable with the Tommy knockers, or they just call them knockers for short. I didn't want to say that, though. Known for both helpful.
Let's keep going. No grade 4 humor here.
Yeah, known for both helpful and mischievous behavior. I have no idea how to say this word. I think it's Bucca, but it's Bwca. There's a lot coming from this area of the world. A Welsh creature related to the Coblynau, described as a small mischievous being akin to brownies or leprechauns, occasionally assisting, but also prone to pranks. Now, we have somebody from Ireland. Now, I know that that's not necessarily Welsh, but I'd love to hear your thoughts too. Have you got anything to add to the list? Because there's a lot of names from the mining that seem to come from the UK, I'll say.
And wouldn't mining also just be a little bit of sensory deprivation to begin with? Like being underground, you'd have that sensory deprivation, so heightened superstition. Like at nighttime, everything is different than it is during the day when it's bright and you can see everything. So
plus it's dark, the air isn't great. Like there's many things that are so different from what you would be experiencing when you're not inside a mine. Never mind the fear of a cave-in or danger or. Oh, so Kat says she loves gnomes too. I have a gnome in Fairy Garden. Yep, I love it. I'd love to see pictures, Kat. And Jody says, "What an interesting topic today." Well, we're trying to make it like that. This way, we're picking a topic every week for you guys. We've got some great ideas coming up too. Okay, so then we have the Burgeister, and again, I'm going to screw this up. The Bergmannlein, and it says German terms for mountain ghosts or little miners believed to be spirits or deceased miners or supernatural beings haunting mines. Then we have the Spriggans, Cornish folklore creatures associated with mines and other underground places, known for being tricksters and sometimes guarding treasures. Then we have the Knickers, not the knockers, but the Knickers in a forward slash Meggies. Additional Cornish names for their mine spirits, similar to, again, they called it knockers, Tommy knockers.
Right.
Known for their knocking sounds and mischievous behavior. But then I've come across boggarts or bogarts, shapeshifters. If you've ever watched or read Harry Potter, though we were mentioned in there, the will-o-wisps, the rakes came up. Did I miss anybody too? I know there were other ones we had too, Kerrilynn. There's so many names.
Cave devils.
Yes.
Cave devils was another one. Let me see what I had on my list. Coal hollow spirits, so pit goblins or cave devils, or cave hags or hollow men, so goblin-like entities known to be tricksters, lure people in deeper into the mine, feed off of fear and feed off of misfortune. Did you want to read that one?
No, I don't. Oh, I gotta find it. Hang on. Or you can if you want, if you got it handy.
There's Cherokee mythology with the I don't know how to pronounce it. Nunnehi, the immortals.
Okay.
So benevolent spirit beings who live in mountains and caves. They look glowing or ethereal. Phantom lantern men, so men that have passed away. So it's a variant of the will-o'-the-wisps, actually. The Phantom Lantern Men.
Okay, because Kat says will-o'-wisps are nasty. And Victoria, who's here, hi Victoria, she says in Newfoundland, legends of fairies have been long associated with mines, especially, I gotta put that up.
On Bell Island.
Yeah. So, and then we even came across that there wasn't a lot with the creepypasta story of the rake, which we are now hearing of in seeing pictures supposedly of people capturing this being.
Yeah.
There's a lot with the underground.
Yeah. Jody is sharing, I saw a shapeshifter in Love Island, Colorado when I was at the smoking table.
Wow. I know what she's talking about. We were both at, it was like we went away for a weekend with a group we were both from before. Oh, now, Kerrilynn, you're getting ahead of us here. Kerrilynn says, Banshee from Irish folklore. Guess what? We're going to give you a little sneak peek. That might be something we're talking about next week.
Yeah. Yes, it is, actually.
And then Kat says, when we were in Alberta, we had fairies in my backyard. We had a pond they play in with all the birds. Oh, I love that. That's so cool. So, yeah.
So coal hollow spirits, so the ghosts of the Appalachian mines. So restless ghosts of miners who tragically died. So there's stories found West Virginia, Kentucky, all through the coal region. So mine collapsing, black lung disease, child labor accidents as well too. So if you think about back then, neglect or cover up, so frustrations, anger, resentments, why they may still be there. So they see phantom lights, ghostly figures, shadow forms in tunnels as well too. I guess, when we talk about cold drafts, colder than cold and darker than dark. So blacker than black and colder than cold. Like when it is spirit activity and it's cold, it is colder than cold. The room could be cold and the cold, it's just colder. And if you have a black shadow spirit that shows up in a dark space, you can still see that shadow is darker than dark. So when somebody's telling you that story and they're emphatically sharing it, you know that they're not telling a lie, because it's a life altering experience when those things happen. It sticks with you because it changes your perception of what your reality is.
Oh, absolutely. And even with the cold, the only way I can describe it is it hits you right to the core of your bones. Like, even if your temperature reading is a temperature, say, you've experienced in the cold, when it's cold, like you say, cold, we don't have the words to it. Literally hits you right the middle of your center, if you will. And the black, yes, the black is black as black as black. Like, you've never seen a black like you have like that. Mm-hmm.
And most of us are like, we all wear our crystals. We all have a friend who shoves crystals in their bra, in their pockets, or, they gift a mala bracelet. Yeah, they gift a mala bracelet. Like, we know that we all collect crystals. So if you are in a mind with rocks and dirt and it's collecting energy. So whether it's collecting fear from the miners, anger, frustration, laughter at a funny moment, or if it's collecting the energy from folks that have died, that's staying in that earth and the rocks around them. So the people going in could be tapping into that as well too, right? If you are energetically sensitive.
Well, never mind the fact that we know, even with a lot of residual energy, for example, even with my own personal experience with the paranormal in our previous home, I went right back into the history of the land, because the land holds energy with every, and it holds the emotion of the energy too. So if there's something tragic, and I know, for example, where we live on, you can't get true north when you go into the woods, because I'm in Thunder Bay and there's a lot of shale and stuff. So I had my partner trying to explain to me how to read a compass, because it'll never give you true north. Like, you'll just go in circles because of the magnetism, I'll say, of the earth. But there was a lot of warring between First Nations clans and, the quote unquote white man coming over here. Now, is that bloodshed that happened there? Is the land holding that? And where I'm going with that is, imagine, because I think the rocks, depending especially on what they were mining, I think it's even more apt so to carry that kind of energy.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. And then you hear about the Native communities back then cursing the community and the land. So
We
I
have a
think
story up here about a silver mine. Actually, I never even thought of that till just now, Kerrilynn. The sleeping giant, I know you've seen it.
Yep.
It literally looks like a giant. Well, where you guys were seeing when you were up here, you looked out over the harbor. There's a big mountainous range. It looks like a man laying down sleeping. It's called the sleeping giant, but it's a native legend. It's called the Legend of Nanabiju. And there's a large the world's largest silver mine that has been untouched because it's been supposedly cursed, being guarded over by the giant. He was the chief to guard it so that no white man could, because they were double crossed. And anybody supposedly that has tried to access the mine has actually lost their lives.
Mm-hmm.
So is it just legend and lore? What is it? Mm-hmm.
Or yes, legend or lore, or is there truth to it? Is it to prevent people from
going and touching it?
Mm-hmm. Yes, and destroying it.
Mm-hmm.
Destroying more land
mm-hmm.
and resources, not protecting the land and resources and people, which is what we should be doing.
And that's the really interesting part, because that would be on the north side of the city, and rurally on the south side of the city, we have something called Little Niagara Falls. And it's actually called Kekabeka Falls. And both of those legends intertwine and intersect. And we have, like we've talked about it before, and I've talked on the shows before, this city, I mean, most places have paranormal activity, but any kind of activity you can think of, there is so much high strangeness in this city. Now, is it because of us being on this shale, if you will? We're also one of the only places in the world where you can get Super 7 or Melody Stone crystals and Orlite 23. Well, amethyst too. We have a ton of amethyst here. I don't know. Lots of reasons. I can only speak for locally, but
that's what I said before. It's all intertwined.
Mm-hmm.
The high strangeness, UFO, a hollow earth, all of it. It's just all I think it's all interconnected. And that's why, like, you get close to finding an answer. You think that you're figuring it out, and then it just takes you somewhere else. And I personally feel that there's something else bigger than that is purposely redirecting us so that we don't find all the answers.
Could be. Absolutely could be. I'm just going to go back and take a look at some of our comments here. So let's see. So Kat says there's a lot of stuff. Shite. There you go. I like that word better. Out there that the normals just don't know about.
Because they feel safer sleepwalking.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah. And then there's people too that say they don't believe in the paranormal. And of course I respect that because they've just never had an experience. But just because you haven't experienced something doesn't mean it doesn't exist, right? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Do you want to read that one?
So Paranormal Heart podcast. So Kat Ward is sharing, yes, I saw a short hat man when I was a kid. It was dark in my room and he was darker than dark.
We had one in our house. We had 4 main entities, and then there was a lot of different other stuff that happened. But we had the hat man, the shadow man. Now, why does he always look the same with these reports, right?
I think it's collective. And
I
was also sharing, I worked at a grocery store in New Brunswick years ago. That's where my daughter was born. In New Brunswick. And one of my coworkers lost his life in a mine in Nova Scotia. So sad. Oh, I'm very sorry to hear that.
I'm sorry.
She's also sharing in Wainwright, Alberta. There was a lot of energy, so many spirits. I've never been to a place that was so active.
Wow. Jody's saying this is very interesting. And then she says, oh, I definitely believe in it. Definitely. And then Kat's also saying, hang on. I love it when people say they don't believe in the paranormal. Then once they know I'm an investigator and podcaster, they always say, well, there was this one time. Yeah, I know.
Okay, so I have a story about that, actually. Okay. I have the loveliest UPS person delivering parcels to me. She's just young. And I had received from GEC Tech off of Etsy this lovely lady from the UK who creates paranormal equipment. So she's a developer, creates paranormal equipment. I've purchased a number of things from her. I'm really trying to coax her to come on Spirit Switchboard. Cool. So I was waiting for this parcel to come with new paranormal equipment from her. And it came, and I was like at the door. I had it open before the delivery person got to the door. She said, "Oh my, were you waiting for me?" And I said, "I saw you coming. I was so excited. It's my paranormal equipment." And she says, "Get out, paranormal equipment." I said, "For sure, it's my paranormal equipment." And then she's like, "You have a great day. I'll see you again." So she delivered here yesterday. So a number of weeks. And she said, "So not to be creepy," she said, "but
try me."
"This stuff really scares me." She said, "But I did have an experience when I was a kid." And then she's like, "Do you have a podcast? Can we watch you?" She's like, "I listened to it all day." So Jamie from UPS.
Yeah. Hi, Jamie.
Hi, Jamie. She was so fun. She was really fun. But that's what you get as well too. Like, it scares me. I don't want to believe in it, but I had this one story. Mm-hmm. Try dating.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's kind of how I ended up the partner I'm with now, though. We've known each other our whole lives. I always say we're kind of the same two families being together. We have the same aunt and uncle, but it's through marriage, right? And so it's the same two last names, everything. But so his mom was in university getting her nursing degree when I was going to university for nursing. Some of his family members were at my first wedding.
That's so funny.
But that's how we connected. Well, I love tech stuff. And he was always on my Facebook, but I never talked to him. He used to play in a band with my brother, and he was more kind of my brother's friend. And then he wanted to ask me how I got to see this movie that was still in the theaters, because of course it was Twilight. I'm Team Edwards. Right? I still love those movies. And no, vampires don't really sparkle, but still. And he asked me how I saw it. So we started talking, and I found out he used to live on the other side of the city, but they had just moved to a condo 2 blocks away. So he came over, and I started showing him how to do all these tech things to be able to watch the movie. And then he said to me, "Have you ever read the Celestine Prophecies?" I go, "I have the book. I just can't get into it." And then we started talking about all this paranormal and kind of deep spiritual type things. And it was just that we were friends first. So that's kind of how we got together.
I love that, though. Mm-hmm. That's sweet.
I'm going to tell you
better than my date who showed up with a Bible.
Oh, dear Lord.
That I was talking to the devil. And that I was cursed 10 generations back. I like your story better.
You know what I was going to add? I
didn't even get a cookie out of it. Not even a full coffee. I just got it.
I have never dated. I think I've only been on 1 or 2 dates, because how I've ended up with, I've been thinking about this in relationships my whole life. They're just friends. I hang out with friends, and then we find out we have so much in common. We end up going out and dating. Yes.
Yeah. So instead of dating, I'm going to explore mines and find goblins and Hollow Earth. And
you don't want to date a goblin or a Tommy knocker.
We're going to talk about Tommy knockers now. Do you want me to do the station ID? We'll do the station ID, and then we'll play.
Then we'll play it. I'll get it ready while you're doing it.
Okay. So if you are just joining us now, thank you for being here. You are listening to Beneath the Hollow Moon with Lorilei Potvin and myself, Kerrilynn Shellhorn. And you are listening to us live on the United Public Radio Network and the UFO Paranormal Radio Network, 105.3 in the Gulf Coast and 107.7 FM in beautiful New Orleans. And we just are going to do it again because we know that it's been a stressful time. Thank you to our station manager, Michelle DeRoche, for all of her support for the hosts here. We've had a bit of technical difficulties, and she's been in the background supporting all of us and helping us get to you as smoothly as possible. And so, we do appreciate her very much.
And she's on right after us tonight, second night of the Outer Realm. So you guys want to stay tuned. Okay, so we got to play this intro. So people that came late, I got to give this to Kerrilynn. She comes out with the best like little reels. And then we were talking this afternoon, and you got to stay tuned for the last part of it because she came up with it. We haven't been able to stop laughing. So you're going to see us in the background because it only fills the middle of the screen, but we have to play it again. So here it is. Hang on. Oh, wait, where is it? Now I got to get rid of one of these, I think.
I think I'm getting the black lung, Bob. It's not very well ventilated down there.
We had to play it again. That was so. I had forgotten all about Zoolander. You brought that up today. Oh my gosh.
So funny, right, Kat? It's just funny. It's just funny. So we also had like a Tommy Knockers video that we were going to play, right?
Let me just find it while we're talking here. I had them labeled. Like I say, I could open the pages, but I find what happens is it ends up eating up all my bandwidth, and then everything wants to stutter. So hang on, guys. Tommy Knocker video. Okay, where are you? Okay, show me where you are. Okay, here we go. Let me open it. Nope, I want it opened. Okay, give me 1 sec.
Because I really didn't. I mean, I associate Tommy Knockers with Stephen King.
Mm-hmm.
So I hadn't really gone down much of this rabbit hole about Tommy Knockers, but goblins and Kentucky Goblins, I was right down that rabbit hole. So this was a fun show for me. And you have a lot of information about the Tommy Knockers as well too.
Well, I've done a few shows. People are saying what a great movie, and everybody's laughing at the intros. You guys, you got to give Kerrilynn credit. She comes up with the best reels, and they'll be different every week. Okay, so
Banshees next week.
Banshees, yes, Banshees. Carol Ann was ahead of us. There we go. Okay. So we will play this. I think that hopefully this is a cave creature. I don't know what this thing is, but that's
next in our series of videos that have supposedly captured dangerous mythological creatures is this Tommyknocker sighting by YouTube channel Exploring with Danny. Known throughout Wales, Cornwall and Devon as a devious leprechaun-like creature, the tales about the Tommyknocker are divisive in their opinion of the creature's intent, but each agrees on their behaviour. Tommyknockers are infamous for either knocking on a cave wall or whistling just before a mine collapses. While some tales cite the Tommyknockers as benevolent tricksters, only knocking on cave walls in order to warn miners of the impending collapse, many tales paint Tommyknockers in a more sinister light. These tales cite the creatures as devious, malevolent beings who knock only to tease miners before collapsing the mines themselves. Those of the former opinion might just change their mind about the Tommyknocker's intent after watching this creepy clip. The video begins with a chilling preview of what's to come, as you can clearly hear a distinct whistling sound off in the distance.
You got a mine I like coming into.
Walking through the caves, Danny seems to be visibly scared of the eerie location, even before the scary sounds are heard.
Hello? Is there anyone there?
Eventually, the group stumbles upon an odd black goo seeping from the walls of the mine. Unsure of what the substance could be, Danny rubs it between his fingers, remarking that the consistency is similar to that of oil. Determined to identify the dark substance, Danny decides to taste it and remarks that it's sure not oil.
I had to take one for the team.
I always took one on
to
the
see what it was, but it's sure not oil.
The crew continue to explore the mine. Suddenly, Danny's confronted with a small creature that appears to be crawling towards him.
Huh? What the hell's that?
Spooked, he and the others quickly run from the area and the video abruptly ends. If you brighten the footage and slow it down, you can definitely see that there's something there. It seems to rush forwards out of the darkness.
I don't know what that
But the
is.
question remains, could this really be a Tommyknocker? We'll leave that up to you to decide.
What the hell?
It kind of looks like a skunk.
I'm not sure what it is, but just the fact with the creepy whistling and like Julie says yuck, and Kat goes, okay, I would not taste anything like that. I'm with you. Like that guy was committed.
Well, yeah. That's such a I would not have tasted it. But smell, I would have probably touched it for sure. I would have touched it. I know I would have touched it.
If I had a specimen bottle, maybe even taken a specimen of it, but he took a big taste. Like he still had the black all over his lips. Like that was like, dude, no.
Yeah.
After I've seen black goo and my partner almost dying, choking up that black stuff, all the way I could describe it looked like ectoplasm, was not that black. I almost took a picture of it. And then I thought, oh my God, Laura, you're going too far. I wish to God I had. So if that was paranormal or what it was, there's no way. You have no idea what that was. Like, why would?
So I'm gonna ask. So she may be listening tonight. Well, no, maybe she will be listening tonight. But I'm gonna ask my friend for her photo. She has a photo from her fireplace that had black goo show up on it after an interesting paranormal experience in her home. That was dripping down the front, which looked exactly to what that was in that video. So
that reminds me of what came out of Dell. Like he almost died when that night this happened. After that, one of us stayed awake all night long to watch over when I had my two boys and Dell. It was usually me, but we would take turns because just to make sure the rest could sleep and be safe. And it was black. And being a nurse, I've seen a lot of things. I've never seen something like that come out of it anywhere. And it was black like that. Mm-hmm.
Gross.
Yeah, it was gross. Mm-hmm.
That almost looked like it moved like a skunk. Not saying that it was a skunk because it didn't have that big tail.
On the bigger screen, no. Like it didn't, like skunks kind of waddle,
It didn't waddle. It's slithering.
It just kind of crawled.
Creepy crawly?
Yeah, it was small, but it was creepy. Like, I'm not saying it's a Tommyknocker, but it's something that, why would you be in a mine like that? Just, no.
Mm-mm. What do you mean, why wouldn't you be in a mine?
I don't know. I mean, it's a pretty big burrow.
I would go.
Hmm?
I would go.
Oh, to go in a mine?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would go. I would go with you. Yeah. I would go with you or someone else. Not that you were inviting me, sorry, but I meant I would go.
Yeah, I would go exploring down there. Oh, there's.
Oh, Kat, I have a whole. Thank you very much, Kat says, oh, Lorilei, I need you on my show. Love to hear about medical paranormal stories. I am actually writing 3 books. And the last one, Julie knows about this. She's tried to connect me with people because I worked in critical care, but one of the things I loved, it sounds morbid, but I was very passionate about was death and dying with dignity and helping people with that in their homes and supporting their families. And some of the most incredible things I noticed that we've witnessed at the bedside as people transition from earth and going back home, as I call it. And I've been able to talk to a few people already and collect some really fascinating stories from nurses. It was Julie that suggested it too, death doulas, not in a great name, but people that are there to support the person transitioning as well as the family members. Because just some of the things you see, never mind just even being mediums, some of the things we experience or on paranormal investigations. But do I sell? I haven't got my books written. Spirit keeps reminding me. I have all my outlines. I'm writing 3 books.
Folks.
So,
it's coming.
It's coming. I got to get my butt together.
Do Tommyknockers present in different ways? What
I came across was, and tell me if I'm wrong or anybody else. So just the research that I did, that it was hard to find a video because I've sent you a couple.
Yep.
The one, and you called it fake too. I think it was fake. It went viral back in 2023, and I don't know how people could think it was real. It looked very fake. It was like bearded gentleman creeping up, gray colored, whitish, and he grabs something and then creeps back down into the cave. So it was very hard to find Tommyknocker sightings, but what it was more so was knocks, lights, and I do have some of those videos, and then there was the whistle, but the way they've been described sounded like gnomes to me, like they dressed like little miners. Like, what was your research showing?
Same thing.
Yeah.
Like it's the lights and sounds as the phenomenon, and then creature looking, not human looking.
And it knocks, like they knew, like anybody knew if you heard a knock, it was from the Tommyknockers warning you that a cave-in was coming.
Yeah, for safety.
We didn't talk about the canary in the cave. They would bring canaries in to warn of rising carbon monoxide levels as well. So,
yeah, and our Canadian history. Well, I don't know what the American history, but I think maybe American was probably the same. Chinese Canadian, Chinese American people, they would send Indigenous peoples in first. Marginalized people in first. Yeah.
Yep, absolutely. No,
history.
It was terrible. Actually, I was watching Ian. Why do I always forget his last name? It's his very simple last name. And I do watch Candace Owens from time to time, and she's on mat leave. So he's taken over for her. And the interesting thing that made me think about this was his content he's covering is where does our food come from in the grocery stores? And I watched it today, and what made me think about it was he was talking about shrimp and all you can eat shrimp, and got into where the shrimp really come from. And very sadly, almost the same type of stories where marginalized people are being utilized or taken advantage of. So same thing with this, like a lot of the bridges, I know the Hoover Dam in the US, same thing. A lot of people that were immigrants or marginalized, same things happened. Hi, Julie Dow. So there's something else I was going to say as I was yapping here. That's what I was going to say. So we heard that whistle. Now that whistle in the video we showed, it didn't sound like a canary, because then about it, all the canaries though that they brought in there, obviously many probably lost their lives. Now, is it the spirit of any canary still hanging out there if they're hearing weird whistling or songs?
I never thought of that.
I just thought of it now. Like, I don't know. Be interesting to see.
I don't know. But so could the whistling also be, when people talk about hearing pops connected to Bigfoot or Sasquatch, is it dimensional? Because there's sometimes a pop sound that's heard. Is the whistling something that's a precursor to, or an effect of something dimensional that's also happening?
That could be. I never thought of that. Same as the lights, like they knew that the blue lights, they would say blue lights, and they thought it was from, we'll say the mining spirits, depending on where they lived. And they knew the blue meant to follow, there was a good ore, or this was a good path to follow, or whatever. Then there was the red. It could mean danger, danger, danger. But yellow also was like a warning I came across. Did you come across anything different with them?
I never thought anything about a yellow light.
Yeah, I didn't see a lot about yellow. It just depended. There was a few things. I'll go through my research.
But aren't will-o'-the-wisps also seen as a light?
Blue, yeah.
A blue light? But again, guiding you towards something.
But was it Kat or Victoria that said they felt that will-o'-the-wisps were nasty? And will-o'-the-wisps usually seem to be outside the caves, I found. Not so much in the caves. But how do you know if you saw a blue light, whether it was really a will-o'-the-wisp, will-o'-wisps, as they have them printed, or was it actually the spirit of the knockers, or Tommy knockers, I should say. I gotta watch myself saying that. Yeah.
Thank you, Kat.
Thanks, Kat. I'm glad you could pop in. Okay, so what I got on the lights. So folklore about miners following colored lights.
Thank you.
Yeah, I thought it was you. Yeah, you'll have, when you can, leave us a comment or let us know more about what you know about the will-o'-wisps, because we were talking about the movie Brave. right? The Lady Brave and the trouble that, what was her name? Something, Merida. Merida got into trouble following them.
Yeah.
Okay, folklore about miners following colored lights. Blue, yellow, or red in mines to either find safety or avoid danger is a fascinating aspect of mining traditions, particularly tied to spirits like Tommy Knockers, Koblinow, or other mine creatures. And then he said, well, there isn't a universal, well-documented legend specifically naming blue, yellow, and red lights with clear instructions on which to follow or avoid. The concept of colored lights in mining folklore appears in various cultural traditions, often with symbolic meanings. Then there's some suggestions. Blue lights. In some mining traditions, particularly in Cornish and Welsh folklore, blue lights are often associated with benevolent spirits like Tommy Knockers or Koblinow. These spirits might produce faint, ghostly blue glows. And then you brought up will-o'-the-wisp, because this is in brackets, sometimes described as will-o'-the-wisp. Sorry, I lost my place there for a second. To guide miners towards safety, such as safe passages or rich ore veins. Blue lights could indicate a protective presence, warning of impending cave-ins, or leading miners away from dangerous areas. For example, in Welsh lore, Koblinow were said to create lights to show miners the way to stable tunnels. Because it goes through all the colors that I mentioned. Are you okay with me finishing the yellow and the red?
Yeah.
Okay. Yellow lights. Yellow or golden lights in folklore are less commonly mentioned, which we had said, but can symbolize treasure or wealth in some stories. I'd forgotten about the treasure too.
It's interesting.
Yet in certain mining tales, a yellow glow might be linked to spirits guarding rich ore deposits, tempting miners to follow. However, these could be deceptive, as spirits like kobolds from Germanic folklore, or we didn't even mention this one, Spriggans. I don't think I had that word in there.
No.
Or Spriggans are also of Cornish belief systems, I guess, when it comes to mine spirits. They might use such lights to lure miners into dangerous or unstable parts of the mine, leading them to get lost or trapped. And then lastly, red lights. Red lights are often ominous in folklore, associated with danger or malevolent spirits. In mining contexts, the red glow might be linked to creatures like bogarts, because we didn't find a lot on the bogarts, but we know they're shapeshifters. So God knows what, could that have really been a bogart in that video I showed that shapeshifted in something to scare the crap out of them?
That gave me goosebumps.
Or malevolent kobolds, signaling imminent peril, such as a cave-in, flooding, or toxic gas. Miners might interpret red lights as a warning to avoid a particular tunnel or area. In some stories, red lights could be tied to the spirits of deceased miners, warning of a death or disaster. There you go.
Victoria of Astrolight Paranormal is just sharing, my daughter and I have seen blue lights in the forest.
Oh, wow.
So in the forest outside of Ottawa or Newfoundland? Just curious. Don't tell the exact spot, because you don't want people who are not respectful of that area to just go tromping in there. So don't have to give exactly where, but
just even the province would be good. So we would. Oh, we've also got, sorry, I just popped over here to Instagram. We were so engrossed. We've got Karen Majidi joining in too. So welcome if you're still there. We're glad to have you. So, yeah, so the lights are interesting, right? There was way more on the lights. I mean, it could have gone on forever and ever, plus links. But we mostly just wanted to mention all this because I'd never heard of Kentucky goblins till you had mentioned it. Now, did you find anything on goblins in particular? Because, I'm thinking of the Spiderwick Chronicles. Do you remember those stories about the goblin? That's what makes me think of goblins, or like Harry Potter. So, did you find anything specific, or did it come up?
I didn't, but to me, miners giving offerings and stuff like that. So. Is it the people in spirit? That's such a different way of looking at it, but I know that we give offerings also to the fairies, right? We give food offering to fairies, and
Crystals. Mm-hmm.
we do once a year, depending on your belief system and background, whether you set a plate out or food, soap, and towels for your loved ones that are in spirit. So I just find it interesting that they, we're gifting in order to have a peaceful coexistence with whatever it may be, fairies or spirits that are in the cave.
Hi, Mart. Welcome.
Hello, Mort.
Like I said, I had a few other video clips we can certainly share.
Oh.
But
I've only seen red lights in like a red glowing ball of light, and I've seen a yellow ball of glowing light in the forest. Yeah, I've not seen blue, so that's really interesting, Victoria.
At camp, I think I have seen out in the forest at night some lights. And the interesting thing is, because we're right by the lake, when it's dark, it is black, 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 black. Like you can barely see a thing. So you can notice a bit of in the way of light and what have you.
Yeah.
Right. So, and I've seen some interesting things on the lake too. No spirits or anything, but just changes in light and things on the surface of the lake. So
where we saw the red light is purported to have dark rituals happen.
Okay.
So if that's the warning or part of the energy connected to whatever those rituals were that they were doing. But any ritual, depending on your intent, is going to open a doorway, poke the energy, create something. So
did you find much on rapes?
Did you just hear? Okay.
What were you going to say?
Did anybody else hear whistling? Folks that are just listening?
I didn't know. Let's mark it. What time is it? Okay, 8:30. Let's see. I don't know if it'll tell us how far in we are.
No, but I want you to check. Oh, a minute, an hour 15. Did you hear? I heard whistling. Not joking. Thank you, Victoria.
Oh, so Victoria heard. Good. Okay. Interesting.
So a minute 15, we'll check. Yeah. So nobody's home at my house. There's nobody here.
I have Emmy. Emmy's always in here. She was here at the beginning of the show on my dog, but no, I didn't. I've got the window open. There's nobody out there. Can't hear them. So wouldn't be the first time we've had EVPs.
But I think setting our intention too at the beginning of that, like we talked about that.
Oh, Naomi Gerhardt says, I love this. Well, we love it too. You know what? Thursday, we wanted the show to be fun and for you guys to feel a part of it. And there's been so many things. Because the minute I met Kerrilynn, I said, oh my gosh, we're going to be friends. I just knew she's got that energy. And as we've talked and gotten to know each other, there's so many things that we've wanted to know more about, or at least talk about and hear your thoughts on it, just so it could be lots of fun and it opens discussion, right? Oh, first time here. Welcome, Naomi.
Thank you. Hi, Naomi. So yeah, Kentucky Goblins is where it's at. I think that I would love to go down that deep dive. Oh, and Kentucky Goblins, I think about Thomas Seawood a lot when he was talking about rogue Sasquatch and rogue Sasquatch as a community. If they have one that goes rogue, that's not abiding by the community rules, gets shoved out and goes wild, and that becomes the Wendigo. So they go wild. So could part of those, goblins be part of a bigger community that get pushed out that we're seeing as well too? I've thought about that since
I hadn't heard. Oh, sorry. I hadn't heard that till you had mentioned that about Wendigo. And you know what? That would make sense.
So in order to scare people and get food, they're going to take all the different animal hides and look weird and scary to survive, right? That was how he explained it when he was on Spirit Switchboard. So are some of those creatures that are coming out from the mine doing the same thing? You know, are they pushed out of some other community, whether it's dimensional or hollow earth or whatever? Just a possibility, right? Not saying that I necessarily believe it, but I like exploring the possibility and the idea.
I agree, because I never thought of that. And then I'm getting the vision of course, I watch too many shows like Harry Potter and Lord of the Rings. But think about it. When they go to battle or whatever, right? There's always the good, and then there's the not good, and they band together. There's many different types of factions that band together. So that would make a lot of sense. That what if they were ousted, say, I don't know what community. I think I liked what you said, like Middle Earth or Hollow Earth, and they were ousted from the regular community, but they needed to find others like themselves to kind of band together to safety in numbers, right?
Yeah, there's all kinds of possibilities. Did you have a video about the lights, or and I've also thought about, well, growing up when we did, I forget how old I was when ET came out,
right?
Being left behind. So are those, you know, are there creatures that are left behind, or were they dropped off here? So it was like starting their own Australia. We're going to drop off all our ones, our unwanted, onto Earth, and they can deal with them there.
I don't know. I'm looking for the one that I had that I sent to you. Cave preacher caught on camera. Let me go through here. It was the 5 scary things caught on.
Oh yeah. That was
that. Yeah, but the whole one's too long. But the number 1 and number 3 were really good. So just should have downloaded this one.
So I'll read some of this. The Coal Hollow Spirit. So restless ghosts of miners who died tragically. I've read this already. So mine collapsing, explosions, black lung death. So some of the things, the way that they've manifested is moaning or distant weeping. So that was also something. But I mean, we could say potentially that it's wind as well too, depending on how those structures are, you know,
right.
The sound of coughing, the sound of pickaxes, phantom lights, ghostly figures in mining gears. Yeah, I don't know.
We're ready to go. So hang on. It was the first and number 3, I think, that did really well. So I'll play the first one. We may have to stop in between though, guys, just so you know, with fair use and whatever, but I think we'll be okay playing like the first clip and then stopping for a minute and then the next one.
Underground can seem quite alien and strange, especially to those who've never been. But getting to see the treasures that hide beneath our feet can make the adventure all worth it. From caverns harboring crystal blue lakes to secret cities meant to house thousands in time of war. The secrets hidden within our Earth are vast and limitless, though sometimes the underground can be a claustrophobic death trap. From toxic tunnels that no man could survive long in, some dangers are quite obvious, while others can seem strange and paranormal.
There's a separate tunnel here too. Oh my god. Dude, there's a light. Why is there a light in there?
This is top 5 scary things captured in caves, tunnels, and mines.
Yeah, this one has a light, I think. I'll just pause this for a second for people that are listening and can't read. Here, just give, oh, it went right back to the beginning. Give me a sec, guys. There's a warning on here. How far did it go? It basically was saying that these are real actors, is what it said. So give me a sec here.
Are vast and limitless, though sometimes the underground can be a claustrophobic death trap. From toxic tunnels that no man could survive long. This is top 5 scary things captured in caves, tunnels, and mines.
Sorry, there's our warning. So the warning says the footage you're about to see is not staged or controlled. The people you see are not actors. Everything captured on camera is exactly as it happened. This footage may be frightening or disturbing to some. Viewer discretion is advised. We're not going to play the whole video because you know the other one I'm looking for, Kerrilynn, is the one I sent you that went viral with all the EVPs. That was kind of creepy too.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. This was got light.
Number 5, the calls of the Tommyknocker.
We got wind that there is a cave that's been having some strange noises and some activity inside.
While investigating a cave that is known for legends of the Tommyknocker, a type of cave spirit that likes to torture and confuse miners. I managed to make it through the tight crevices to get deep inside the cave to capture this amazing evidence of Tommyknockers on camera.
Oh my god, there's whistling. There's whistling, dude. There's something whistling in here. No, dude, I don't feel sick. I'm out.
They say when you hear the whistle of a Tommyknocker, they're warning you to get out now before they collapse the tunnel in on you. So can you blame me for wanting to get out right away?
I'm going to go past this one because I want to go to number 3. So did you guys hear the whistle? Oh, sorry. Did you guys hear the whistle at all?
Yep.
Okay, I want to get past these trains here because it was the third one that had I think this is the one with the
Is
light.
anybody, would you know, I would whistle back. I would just want to whistle back. Yes. I would want to whistle back and see what happens.
I'm trying to see. Okay, let me see if this is it. Because there's the train one, but I want to get to the one with the light.
Anybody else?
Okay.
Accept our responsibility. It's season.
Oh, I probably would if I was with you. Because I'm a smart aleck. Okay, this is a boat that they found in a cave that shouldn't be there. Okay, this is number 3. Let's see, we'll get to number 3. Sorry, guys, I couldn't mark it. That might be it. Hello, go try here.
I see a strange light.
Okay, yeah, let me go back.
Why is there a light in there?
You're in a cave, in a mine.
Light? You guys, oh my god. That just said light.
On the ovulus.
Eerily, as I turn around the corner, I see a strange and mysterious light. But if that wasn't odd enough, the fact that the ovulus, a device known as a spiritual speak and spell, where spirits can pick and choose words that they want to say, just so happened to say the word light at the exact moment I proclaim I see a strange light.
Why is there a light in there? Why is there a light in there? What does it say?
Light? You guys, oh my god. That just said light.
Is this paranormal?
That just said light.
That's up to you to decide.
Just one.
The other ones weren't they weren't showing really paranormal, if that's okay. I thought I'd show you guys those ones. And
it's interesting. That's interesting. That the light was there and on the ovulus said light.
Oh, hi, Heidi Gull. Oh, she says, hello, beautiful souls. I had surgery earlier today, and then my phone died a bit ago. I am so late, but hello, and much love from Balder. Much love to you, and healing energies being sent to you. I hope you have a quick recovery.
And thank you for, I saw you share out,
yes,
the show. If you had surgery earlier today and we're still like helping us promote, thank you so much. Yeah, you're very kind to us.
You sure are. And we got
We'll hold you in our thoughts and send some healing energy your way if you are open to that.
Yes. And Kassoon is here. He says, hey, ladies, how late am I? Well, we got a few minutes left. Kassoon, you got to check out the intro because Kerrilynn made the coolest intro. Kassoon, he's in Sri Lanka. It's like 3 or 4 a.m. over there right now. Kassoon, he sets his alarm to join our show. So we got to give you a cute shout out too for that. Thank you. Mm-hmm. Oh, Kassoon, Naomi Gerhardt is saying, feel better, Heidi. So that's good. So do you want me to find that one with the EVPs?
Yeah, I think the EVPs is interesting. I mean, left brain, right brain, in all of that, if, in a cave system and tunnel system. So what do you call it? The pareidolia, that is it audio pareidolia? Is that how you pronounce it? Is that the right term?
Yeah, I forget what it's called for audio pareidolia.
Would that not be increased if you were in a tunnel? Not that I'm poo-pooing the EVPs, but wouldn't it be a higher risk for that?
I
in
definitely
a tunnel
think so.
system or in a cave?
Let me send this video to myself again to
Or
make
mine?
sure. No, because it's quiet, right? You hear every noise, you hear every sound, and yes, definitely could be audio pareidolia. I'm trying to find it because I know I sent it to myself. Give me a second here. That's the fake one. I found some super creepy videos to share with you guys.
And it's so funny. In my head, I think I would be okay with the talking. If I heard words or something with my outside ear, right? I'd be okay. Yeah. It would be if they were like heavy breathing, like somebody standing too close to you at the grocery store, you know, heavy breathing on your neck. I think that would freak me out more than if I heard words. Give me the words.
Yeah, I hear you. Definitely hear you.
Yell at me to get out, not be all creepy up in my space.
Do you know what I think? It didn't download. That's why I didn't send it to myself. So give me a sec, guys. I know where it is because I have it saved. I got it off of TikTok. Oh, sorry. Now it wants to play the sound to it. Liked videos. I found all kinds of creepy videos for the next coming months for our show.
For Banshees?
Well, no, just anything like creepy, weird creatures caught on camera. I think this might be the one. I want to turn the audio down. Just give me a sec. Because it was in 2016. No, it's not that one. Because I know I sent it to myself. And I sent it to you because it.
So another factor in what people believed or folklore is like there were so many immigrant miners and their belief systems too, right?
Mm-hmm.
And folklore. So how much of that has been adapted into those environments?
Oh, I hope this guy didn't disappear on me because I know I sent it to you as well. I know I did.
Yeah, it's one of the last ones in our chat there.
Is it? Okay, then if I send it to you, then it's got to be there. So give me a second. I will find it, guys, because I labeled all the ones I had, but I sent a lot of different video clips. Okay. Well, that's the fake one I sent you, though. The one, remember, it looked like it was almost AI.
Yeah, but it's after that. It's just after.
Just after?
Mm-hmm.
Am I missing it? Okay. I've got, let's see, 106. I'm wondering if it's this one. I got to just look at it and see because there was voices on it.
Mm-hmm.
It's not that one.
Yeah, it was a really good one.
I know, and it's like it's disappeared off of our phones here.
Hang on a second. Do you want me to check?
Can you send it to me, please? Yeah, just send it to me on Messenger, please. And I'm sorry about this, guys. Wouldn't be the first time I've had something weird happen with videos not showing up because I know I uploaded it. I can't even find it on TikTok, and I found it, or on YouTube, and I downloaded it. So I have fake Tommy Knocker intro video. So let's see. I have our Hellier clip. Cave creature caught on camera. Unless it's this one. Let's see.
I just sent it to you.
Oh, good. Okay, hang on. There it is. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Give me a second. There we go. That's it. And I don't know why that didn't. It's not in my videos, and it wasn't in our chat. If you can believe this, you guys, this is a good one because it went viral. But then again, is it like you said, audio pareidolia or what? But this went viral. I remember when it was released. So hang on. Let's bring it to the stage. There we go. Finally, add to the stage. Thank you for sending that, Kerrilynn.
Welcome.
Alrighty, let's play.
Here's that ore shoot again.
Before I start, it says for people that are listening on December 1st, 2016, the YouTube channel Exploring Abandoned Mines posted their latest video of an expedition into the Waldeck mine of Northern Australia.
I gotta get past this chute. Wow, crazy. And then you can see how big these timbers are. That's about almost a foot in diameter, the big cross timbers. So they had to put big ones in here to hold up all of this rock. You can see right here where some of these boards are bending. Do you hear that?
You said hear us.
Sounds like is that wind? I don't know if you can hear that on the camera. Do you hear that? It stopped. Wow. Wow. I don't know what that is. That doesn't sound like wind, but that's crazy. Don't know if that's a bird or I don't know what that is. It almost sounds like snakes, but I've heard some weird stuff in mines, but that is definitely creepy. I don't know what that is. So let's get out of here. And that was weird.
You said if it's not real, he did
I don't hear it.
a masterful job faking it. Oh, I don't know why that's coming up, but so I know it. Sorry. I know it would be, it's kind of hard. And again, I could see that it might sound like audio pareidolia, but they really played up the clip here because the one that I originally heard, they didn't do all the little tricks with the reverb and stuff. You just heard whatever was coming through and it was creepy.
Oh yeah, I find that creepy. I'm not thinking that that's audio pareidolia. I'm just saying that's a potential for something to happen.
Absolutely. But
in those places, that was super creepy. And you could feel like it got, I always find it super fascinating and interesting when they say he can hear us or they can hear us or they're seeing us. Then it's like, then my hackles go up because then it's something for sure.
Yep.
I love when that kind of conversation starts where they are wanting to.
Could you see the kid? I couldn't see the kid at the end of the video.
No, I didn't get that part either. I'd have to watch it again.
What he was talking about.
Yeah. I'm the worst one, though. I tell people that all the time. Don't send me your pictures because you want me to see what you see, because I won't. And it's not that I don't want to support you. My brain just doesn't go there. I have a really hard time seeing, like, people send me pictures of clouds and stuff, and I'm not seeing what you're seeing. And I don't want to hurt your feelings by saying that. So I know audio I'm great for. Send me your audio clips I'm really cool with. But something cloud related, no. I'm not very good. I won't see it.
So Kassoon's back. That was a quick coffee. And Vet Girl, I think those are eyes she's looking. So hi, Vet Girl 884. And Kassoon says, what did Kerrilynn do at the beginning? He's going to just have to watch, right?
Yeah, you'll have to do the replay. It's a cool intro. So we do have a photo from a listener submission from Heather Tretiak. I'm so sorry for mucking that up, folks. Please
Yeah,
know
I
that
know.
I'm going to do that consistently. Mess up words and not say them properly, and I will do my very best at all times. And thank you for being patient with me.
Yes, I'm going to grab it from you because, again, I don't know why. Maybe I didn't wait long enough to upload it. I'll just upload it on here. I know what it is. And it's not really a story. But
No, it's not a story, but we did ask. So I'm just going to do our little, if you've got a story,
go ahead.
If you have an image, something that you would like to share that gives you chills, a strange encounter, something you can't explain, we want to hear it or see it. Send us your true tales of the weird, haunted, and unexplainable. Your story could be the next one we share. And you can submit your story to Kerrilynn's Porch at gmail.com. So KERRILYNNS Porch at gmail.com.
Yes. And so here's the picture. Let me make it bigger, Kerrilynn, so everybody can see. Because, what did I just do? I lost it there. Hang on, guys. Stop sharing for a sec. It's of this beautiful horsey.
And then see what you see.
Yes. Okay. I don't know why he closed on me. Let me see if I can make him bigger. Well, there. Now I can make him bigger. So we'll do that first before we share him. Okay. Facebook. Sorry about that, guys. Almost there. There we go. Okay. So there we go. And that girl. I'm gonna, go ahead.
And I know we are going to do a segment about orbs because it's such a hot topic, right?
Yes.
So talking about the different reasons why or it can happen, paranormal and not paranormal as well. But that's interesting to me. That's more than just.
Those are what I would classify and have a lot of curiosity and have a conversation about. Those look like orbs to me versus when you see a bit of dust or if it's from a security camera.
Moisture, backsplatter, any of those sorts of things.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it is a barn area. So, I mean, I realize dust can be stirred up, but that doesn't look like what I normally, but what do you guys?
Well, Vet Girl said she was going to go to bed, but Z-Sun Dragon or Kevin told her we were on. So curiosity killed the cat. So she had to check it out. Now she's not going to bed, she says.
My hackles were up too with with those EVPs increasingly. And where it got me was specifically when it says he can hear us.
Okay, so Jody says definitely orbs, and Naomi says it looks like orbs.
Yeah, agreed.
Mm-hmm. Yep, so there you go.
So we don't really have a story that goes along with it at this point, but she did provide another photo of a horse with a horse and carriage, and there's also something in that other horse video. So maybe when we do our orb orb show, we'll get more of the story from her too.
That would be great. Yes. We got to wind down here. My gosh, I swear Thursdays are the fastest day of the week for me doing this show. I have so much fun with you doing this show, Kerrilynn. So thank you.
Ditto.
Do you want to sign us out or
sure.
Okay.
For sure. So don't forget this coming Monday at 6 p.m., correct? Monday at 6
p.m. 6 p.m. Yes. The Angel Rock.
The Angel Rock. And tomorrow evening with myself and my guest Salma will be on at 6 p.m. Eastern on Spirit Switchboard. So next week we are going to be talking about banshees. So watch for our reel, and not sure what we're going to do to surprise you, but
we'll have something.
We're going to have something. We're going to be talking about banshees. So you can those are the other places that you can watch our shows. And thank you to everybody that was in the chat and joining us. Thank you so much. We appreciate you, and you help make the show what it is. Thank you to Joe Montaldo, our network owner, and Michelle DeRoche. Again, so much work that you've been doing with us with the little things that you and Joe have been doing behind the scenes. And thank you to the UFO Paranormal Radio Network and the United Public Radio Network, 105.3 in the Gulf Coast and 107.7 FM in beautiful New Orleans. So thank you for joining us at Beneath the Hollow Moon. And until next week, step back into the shadows, and whatever you do, don't follow the whispers.
Night, everyone. Stay tuned for Michelle Out of Realm coming up next. And Kerrilynn, as you said tomorrow, I forgot to mention too, I've been joining the boys hanging out on Friday nights and Saturdays. Friday nights, 10 o'clock p.m. I forgot to mention that till just now, Eastern Standard Time. News on the flip side, it's Joe Montaldo show. And then the chat, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
I think I can join in this week because I don't have anything going on. So I think that we'll have two ladies.
We'll have some girl power.
Yes. We'll have some female energy happening with those guys. Yeah.
All right, you guys, we love you. We'll see you next week. And stay tuned for Kerrilynn tomorrow for sure. See you then.